Welcome back to Anti-Depressing. This is the show where we talk about everything from liturgy
to Lexapro. Hello,
Yes, we
everybody.
do.
Welcome
Welcome to
to
Illyria.
Illyria.
Welcome,
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 welcome. You
welcome,
know what's so
welcome.
funny? You're
What?
delayed like 2 seconds, Jasmine, on my end. And are we singing the same thing?
Yeah, we're singing the song for She's a Man.
Oh,
Is that
that's
what you're singing?
hilarious.
I love
Well,
us.
yeah. welcome to
To
Illyria. That song, that
Illyria.
show, that
Oh,
movie,
what
Chanel.
called you in
Are
to
you
say
okay?
welcome?
That
That
movie will always be
movie is
funny.
everything.
It will always be
Everything
funny.
to me.
There are a couple movies that I feel that everybody likes.
Okay.
Shrek, of course, The Incredibles,
She's the Man.
She's the Man.
Freaky
Mean
Friday.
Girls, Freaky Friday. They're like ones where it's
Lindsay
like,
Lohan's in it.
yeah, and the second one's coming out, which is
I
like bound to be a
can't wait.
classic.
I can't
Yeah,
wait.
so there's just, but that there are so many lines from that movie that I just really, truly love. I love
They kind of like
when,
made me who I am.
yeah, I love when he's walking up the stairs and someone says like, "Hey, Sebastian, can we talk later?" And he's like, "Oh yeah." He's like, "Yeah, man, I'm a lifetime of knowledge."
Got a
Like,
lifetime of knowledge.
like it's like Amanda Bynes. I hope, like, I know she's really going through it right now. I just really pray
It's
that
so
people
dope.
are giving her flowers, man. And because
I
she
know.
really is
She
hilarious.
gave us so much.
She
Like,
really did.
so much good cinema.
She really did.
And it's really sad where she is right now. And I hope the
Yeah.
Lindsay Lohan effect
Happens to her.
takes over Amanda Bynes' body and she can really pull through in the same way.
Me too, because honestly, I was thinking of what's the one where she goes to find her English dad?
What a Girl Wants. Oh,
Yeah.
such a good
when
movie.
she's like standing on the
Yo,
boat
why is
with
that
like
the best
the
movie?
sarong over her jeans or something, and I'm like, oh my gosh, dude, she was just
That's so good. The
iconic. Like,
outfits, the
wow,
acting.
the acting, like she's just so like good. Anyway,
So iconic. Yeah.
praying for you, Amanda
I
Bynes.
know, Amanda.
And
I'm right there with you.
yeah, but Jasmine, how the heck are you doing? What's going on?
I am doing well, honestly. Excited to be recording with you.
Love.
Excited to catch up on what's happening in the pop culture world. Excited to step out of, just normal everyday with you and just pretend that the only thing matters that's what's happening to other people, aka celebrities.
Wow.
And that is just a beautiful place to be. Really look outside of yourself. That's what I'm excited to do tonight.
Yeah.
How are you?
Honestly, I agree. It is nice to just care about other people and the drama that other people are experiencing. And drama, good drama, and drama, like sad drama, So, but we don't have a lot of sad drama today, so except for a little bit of The Bachelor, but that's also good drama. So I'm really excited. Although, my life is just kind of mixed into that. Other than that, just kind of vibing. I feel like maybe 2 years from now or something, we should clip how many times I wear this sweatshirt while we're recording, because I
wasn't gonna say it, but I do feel it's been the last like 4 weeks.
Because I do think that when I'm like, oh, I gotta get dressed for the podcast today, I'm gonna wear a button-up shirt. It always is like, and this is like the only sweatshirt I have that's not extremely tight. Because ladies, you know what it is.
That.
Yeah, and I just
sweatshirt is so cute. And I think for me, it's just another week, another Alive and You sweatshirt. Like, that's it. Like, it's Alive and You.
Because you know what it is. I'm getting my summer, like, when do bears hibernate? Like, in the summer? Winter? When is that?
It's winter.
Oh, I was like, I'm getting my reverse hibernation on. I'm gaining those poundages to get ready for the summer.
It's so fair.
My
this
sweatshirts
summer
do
at
not
camp,
fit.
I'll get you some sweatshirts.
Oh,
so that
thank you. Also, last note about that. Did you know that bears don't sleep the whole time? They hibernate.
Okay. I am recently learning this as I'm having children and we're like reading books. Tell me why I thought hibernation meant like they slept for 6 months.
Yeah,
What does it mean?
because that's kind of what we've been taught.
Right?
So
were we conditioned to think bears sleep all winter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it says they don't sleep, but they enter a state called torpor, where they reduce their metabolic rate and sleep for long periods, but they also wake up, move around, and even leave their dens. That's definitely not what I was taught.
That's not what I was taught, but also how do I go into that state?
How do I go into torpor?
I have interest.
I want to go into it. From now on, I'm going to say I'm going into torpor when I'm going to just torpor. when I become when I go into like my states of just like mild depression, I'm going to text you and just say torpor. And then I just need you to text my mom. Don't tell me more than that.
I will know.
I need you to just text my mom because I'm not all right.
Yeah. I'll text her and be like, check on her, but also let her rest.
Let her rest. She's tired.
This is her rest time.
For 4 to 7 months.
That is an excuse to not go to work. Torpor. Can't come to work. Can't do it.
Bears don't enter a deep unconscious sleep like humans. They when they're hibernating, they just reduce their body temperature, heart rate, and breathing significantly. Honestly, that sounds so relaxing, dude. And
sleeping?
I don't know. They don't eat or drink.
Decreasing the heart rate like that. You're cold when you're like, ooh.
Think about how great this sounds. They also don't urinate or defecate.
The whole time?
Recycle waste products through a urea recycling process. See, now that would have to be a whole nother day. That went too far for me. Yeah, that would have to be. Bears rely on their fat reserves accumulated during the fall for energy during hibernation.
I also do that. So that's something we have in common, us and bears.
Whoa, torpor. All right. Well,
we've all learned a lot tonight.
Yeah. How am I doing? I wish I was in a state of torpor, but other than that, life
Mentally, I'm in torpor.
Mentally, I'm in torpor. Born to be a human. Born to be a human.
Bear, forced to be a human.
Born to be in torpor, forced to be a human. Literally.
Forced to go to work.
Forced to go to work. Forced to go to work. I wish I was in torpor. Honestly, I just love saying torpor.
Sign for your desk. I wish I was in torpor. It's torpor somewhere.
It's torpor somewhere. I'm just gonna go to sleep. Honestly, that's what it is in the winter. And when you see pictures of them in torpor, they just look like they're just like.
So you sound so smart saying torpor instead of hibernating. You sound so smart.
And it's just a picture of them. Oh, did you also know that box turtles, wood frogs, skunks, groundhogs, and flat-tailed dwarf lemurs also hibernate? They also go. Okay, wait.
Is it called something different for each animal?
What is torpor versus hibernation?
Oh gosh, torpor and hibernation.
Yeah, wait. What? But tell Noelle this because she's gonna remember this until she'll love this. While torpor and hibernation involve animals enter a state of reduced metabolic activity, blah blah. Hibernation is a longer term, more intense state of dormancy.
Okay, wait.
While torpor is short term, less dramatic. Okay, well then I'm hibernating.
Well then, yeah.
Torpor. I'm not in torpor. If it's less dramatic, I'm hibernating.
Everything we said. If there are two options and one of them is more dramatic, I will be going for the more dramatic option. We'll be hibernating.
Well, I'll see y'all at the end.
This has been really a good time. We all learned a lot about torpor versus hibernation, and drop in the comments. What would you do? Do you just need a little torpor? You just need a little. Are you one of those people that's like, I just need to close my eyes for 20 minutes? Or when you nap, do you need to nap? Because that's the difference, you know?
Yeah. Wow. Well, you guys, that was great. And I feel like that's going to segue us into our Catholic news of the day.
Perfect.
Which is all about nuns who probably go into states of torpor when they are.
I hope they do. They deserve
when they relax after, especially these nuns, after they're done making cheese and raising dogs. So this article from Catholic News Agency found its way across my Instagram suggested, and also found its way across Jasmine's, as things do, that are interesting and that are about cheese and that are Catholic. So the title is The California Nuns Who Raise Dogs, Make Cheese, and Pray Always, because of course.
Same.
Tucked away in the Tehachapi Mountains of California, a group of cloistered nuns chase puppies, make artisanal cheeses, and pray liturgy the hours. A 900-year-old religious order, the Norbertine Canonesses of Bethlehem Priory of St. Joseph. Wow.
Love it.
Wow. With roots going back to 1121 when St. Norbert of Xanten founded the first community. That is awesome. And essentially, yeah, they're contemplative. They pray, they have adoration, they pray later the hours, etc. And also they tend cheese. They have a cheese aging room. They have apple picking. They tend to their animals. And I'm honestly looking for the website where I can buy their cheese, but I'm not seeing that here. In addition to apple picking and cheese making, the sisters began a dog breeding program in 2016.
I love that.
And then, let's see, they breed and raise Labrador retrievers, a breed especially suited for service and therapy work. So honestly, I mean, this just like sounds iconic.
Everything about this is so iconic.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, I went to college at St. Norbert College in Wisconsin. And so the Norbertine order that runs St. Norbert, this is like their sister order. So super cute. I've like watched documentaries about them. And like the Norbertine priests speak like so highly of these nuns. It's like very sweet. Very sweet. And so I love that this story hopped upon the Instagram, because what better things is there to do in life than make cheese and raise dogs?
Pretty much not many things. So
not many other things.
So yeah, you guys, I mean, I really just want to know, let's see, is there a website just before we move into our first story and dance a little?
Yeah, you search for cheese.
There literally
Did you find
is.
it?
Yes.
Okay, good. We'll put it on our Instagram.
We will. Mountain Priory cheese from the Monastery of Norbertine Canonesses.
Oh my gosh, it's my birthday in like 3 weeks. Are you shipping me cheese?
What's my gosh, dude. Smoked Chipotle? That sounds good, dude.
Okay, wait. Send me that link real quick.
Yeah, wait. Okay. So right now for sale, just so people can like get a little
give us a little teaser.
Original Mountain Priory cheese.
Yeah.
Which let's see what that has in it. Oh my gosh, they have like 3 different. Oh, you can get a 14-pound bulk box for $300.
That's aggressive.
Or you can get 4 pounds for $90, which is also kind of a good deal, I guess. Let's see. I do want to know what kind of cheese this is. They also have smoked.
We don't know, but do you want 40 pounds of it?
Yeah, they also have smoked chipotle, Italian herb, and a variety pack. Where I guess you can get all 3 for $100. That's honestly like not a bad deal. So, yeah. So honestly, yeah. Or you can get or you can get a 14-pound variety bulk box for $338. But I think all the money is going back to the cisterns. So honestly,
that's how they live. So that's pretty.
It says perfect for wedding receptions, church socials, and other gatherings.
How cute is this? Could you imagine, like at your wedding reception, you're like, this is a little charcuterie situation. It's from the sisters in California.
Wow. Individually shrink wrapped in 1 pound and 2 pound cuts of various flavors, equivalent to a full wheel of cheese.
That's crazy.
So you would like kind of never need to buy cheese for like
for a long time.
I mean, knowing Jasmine's family though, what would that be, like a week?
Yeah, you'd have cheese for like at most 3 weeks.
I mean, at your kid's baptism, didn't you guys have we had a bowl of cheese out, and wasn't that the first thing gone?
Yeah, it was just gone immediately. Yeah. People's little hands just can't stay out of the cheese bowl.
They just can't.
Wait, on the topic of these puppies, though, this is so cute. It says that today we've bred and placed over 200 puppies in loving homes, with a number of puppies having gone to their new families as service dog prospects to assist those with PTSD, mobility issues, autism, and other disabilities or challenges.
Wow.
Wow.
Look
It
at
says
these.
because of our strict policies in this regard, none of our puppies have ever ended up unwanted or adding to the problem of overcrowded animal shelters. They said before anybody says anything.
Before you,
We know what you're going to say.
she said,
Don't even try. None of our puppies are
she said,
unwanted.
wait a minute. Wait a minute, Catholic News Agency. Give me a second. That
Let
honestly,
me
yeah.
finish. So good
So
for that.
everybody should buy some sister cheese.
Sister cheese. And if you need a service dog, this is your place. Now I'm
and
like, oh my
the
gosh,
process
do I
sounds very
need
strategic.
another dog?
Yeah. I don't know. Would Steven be into that? I don't know.
Would my current dog be okay with it? She would not.
I don't know. She's a little clingalicious, so I'm not honestly sure.
Of our hearts.
She really is. So,
but
Jasmine,
if you need a service dog, this is your place.
This is your place. We'll drop it in the Instagram link chat.
Yep.
But in the meantime, let's dance it out.
Let's do it. Are you so ready?
Yep.
Here we go. Oh, it's quiet.
That was a quiet little. I'm still into it.
That was because I'm so old that neck roll actually was not okay.
Whoa, because I feel love.
I'm gonna be bouncing back.
This will make you also feel old.
Say it.
It has happened. It is done now. The end of an era. We thought that it was gonna last forever, but Charlotte Rouse. Whoa!
What is happening?
Forever 21 is closing.
No, now you made your even old.
Is closing every single United States store as they filed for bankruptcy. Now they're
gonna start selling tops for $2.
They did, Jasmine. They did psych us out a few years ago and say they're also filing for bankruptcy. Then they tried to re-strategize their business plan.
Thought they already did, yeah.
Yep, and it did not work. And so now they are like, we are just done. We're done. No more Forever
They're
21.
Actually going to, they say.
Yeah, no more Forever 21. So honestly, I'm going to share some of my favorite Forever 21 memories. Going to the mall. Okay. And my mom giving me $20. Yep. She should have given me 21. Then the story would have been more impactful.
That's actually true.
Right. Giving me $20, walking into Forever 21. We've all been there. Back in the day when hot dogs were a quarter, right? And kids would just go by the corner store, suck on a chili dog, outside the Tasty Freeze, And you can go into the mall, buy like a Chinese meal for $6 from the Chinese restaurant, and then go to Forever 21 and literally buy like 7 shirts from the sale rack for like $15.
Yep.
And you could like spend it up. And then you'd meet your mom.
Sure.
Yeah.
They would fall apart within a week.
Oh, for sure.
Unraveling as you walked out the store. Mm-hmm. But they were like $3.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
So who cares?
No, absolutely. And so then you would do that and then meet your mom in Bath and Body Works.
Yeah.
And take part in the semi-annual sale. And it was just like a whole day. Then you finish the day with some cookies and then you go home, or like a good Haagen-Dazs if you had like fancy mall.
Oh, yeah.
And then you make your way home and that's it. And so that's just sad to think about. And then my second memory is buying almost like 4 homecoming dresses.
Oh yeah.
Or dance dresses from Forever 21 because we were a Dillard's sale rack family.
Yeah.
However, when I was feeling cool in high school, I did buy a few of my dresses at Forever 21.
That's actually how you knew you were pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. Forever 21 really hit.
They really hit. Wow.
Yeah. I distinctly remember the first couple times I went into Forever 21 and I was like, this is like so iconic.
Yeah.
The clothing is perfect. How stylish. Wow. I can't believe who I was. But that place was really it and defined a lot of our childhood. It defined the 2000s.
I mean, where else could I get a shirt that said bad girl on the front, juicy mama on the back?
Couldn't get that at Kohl's.
Couldn't get that at Kohl's.
Couldn't do it.
Even if you had a lot of Kohl's cash, you could not get that.
You couldn't.
I was a good girl at Kohl's.
You don't know who I'm going to be at Forever 21.
You don't know who I was at Forever 21.
I think my favorite part about Forever 21 is that it's called Forever 21. Not a 21-year-old in sight shopping in there. I mean, it was 13 to 18, I would say, was the prime range to be in Forever 21.
And wait a minute. Shouldn't we actually be giving them to the Lord, because weren't they Christian? I recall that didn't Forever 21 have John 3:16 in the bottom of their bags?
Wait,
I'm not joking you.
Google that.
No, I'm not joking.
Are you for real?
John 3:16 Forever 21. Yeah, dude.
No way. Oh my gosh. Well, God bless. God bless Forever 21. So you probably did not get a shirt that said Juicy Mama on the back.
No, they still did.
Okay, all right. Well, you know what?
Balance.
You can live in the balance. There's nuance.
Father Chris is probably like, what?
Yeah. He's like, actually, no, you shouldn't sell stuff like that to 13-year-olds. Which actually, I stand by that. That's kind of crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, that's really interesting because most of their shirts had like enough material just to cover what it needed to. But you know what? Again, fashion is, I guess, subjective. So.
Fashion is subjective, but John 3:16.
I wonder how Lily feels about Forever 21.
I really don't know, and I really So she probably feels like this is a big loss. I'm kind of scrolling through some things that you can currently right now buy on Forever 21.
Is their website still functioning? Do we still have anything?
Yeah, there are a few things that you can currently still buy. Let me see if I can actually share this real quick.
Yeah, please do.
All right, let's go ahead and just share
People
this.
would love to see what they could shop at Forever 21.
Let's see this. Okay, so currently...
What's happening here?
You can buy a self-tie pom-pom anklet set. Because,
That does feel like something that is important.
A rhinestone chainmail scarf.
Oh, very cute.
Because sure. A hooded sheer mesh top.
Oh, sure.
And if you're not looking at this on Spotify, please pull over your car on your way to work and please look this over. But if you're not, also we will just describe it to you, so don't worry.
Yeah, that's actually fair. Good idea.
So Jasmine, I'd love for you to describe this.
Though, Chanel, 80%?
I'd love for you to just describe this real quick.
This is just a plain white tee classic. Hits right at the waistline, so nice little front tuck. Very fashion forward. And in bright red letters says, thank you, goodbye, thank you, goodbye, thank you, goodbye.
Okay. All right.
Exactly. Just close enough to thank you next from Ariana Grande without crossing the line, you know?
Yeah.
I actually couldn't tell you why Beavis and Butthead are on this shirt. That's all you need to know.
So imagine a tank top cut down the middle and then pieced back together with little iron loops. Yeah. And then Beavis and Butthead on either side, and then this rocks underneath them. Because you want it. Okay?
Okay, I'm going to be honest though, Chanel. I'm on their website. I mean, biker shorts, $2.49. $2.49.
Honestly, it looks like Jasmine might be getting some biker shorts.
No.
All right.
I might be doing it. Earrings.
So guys, I'm just really mourning it. Like I'm gonna miss it so much. Oh, jelly sandals. That's very sad.
Oh, it's a good time to bring those back. I just think they tried to go too hard. They tried to throw back to the 90s too quick, maybe. This looks like something Britney would have worn in the 90s.
For sure. Lace up metallic leggings. For those driving, they are metallic silvery leggings. Within the front, like shoelace ties all the way from mid-thigh down to your ankle, which
very
also probably want. So we're gonna miss you, Forever 21. It's been a really good time. It's been real, but Shein and Temu are taking over in your place.
They are the you of online. So
Forever 21 didn't last. Charlotte Rouse didn't last. What was that other Rue 21? Rest in peace.
A lot of 21s.
A lot of 21s just didn't make
Mhm.
it. But rest in peace, Forever
They tried their
21.
best, though.
We love you. All right.
Love you.
For
Long live.
our next story here, this is something that's very important to me because it has a couple of my favorite things in it.
Yep.
Chris Evans,
Yep.
Rom-Com, and Madam Web. Okay, so there is a new rom-com coming out called The Materialist, and the commercial or the trailer just came out today, and it's going to be in theaters June 13th. I personally miss rom-coms because I just feel like there hasn't been great rom-coms as of yet, and I miss rom-coms that are just rom-coms. Like, I really don't want a rom-com where at the end she's a murderer. Like, I actually kind of don't want that.
Yeah,
I just want a good, pure rom-com.
Yes, it's been a very long time since there's been a rom-com that wasn't just like a Netflix original or on Prime Video. Like, this is in theaters. We're dropping money. We're putting Chris Evans in it. That's kind of wild.
So here's a description. A young, ambitious New York City matchmaker finds herself torn between the perfect match and her imperfect ex.
It's
perfect
already perfect.
Yes, perfect match is Pedro Pascal. I want everyone to think about that. Imperfect ex is Chris Evans.
There's no imperfect.
I want everyone to think about that. Okay, so here's what the delay is. Chris Evans is a waiter in this movie, and I guess he's impoverished. And then Pedro Pascal
Evans.
And then Pedro Pascal is a billionaire.
Wow.
And she's torn.
But also,
am I a bad person? Do you hear the inflection in my voice? Because is there a choice there? Am I missing something?
Unless Pedro Pascal is kind of mean.
Am I missing it?
But also, Chanel, you love Chris Evans.
But am I missing something? Because the other day I went to Chick-fil-A.
Have you ever thought about not working?
Have you thought about that?
Have you? What happened in this Chick-fil-A?
Because when I went to Chick-fil-A, my meal was $12. So I would choose Pedro Pascal.
No. It just feels like unless his personality is bad, I just think the silence is speaking for itself.
Okay, so here we go.
But like, is it going to be kind of classic Hallmark? He's kind of the worst.
I mean, if he is, then, I mean, well, sure, play into that. Like, he's going to be the rich guy that's the worst, so she's going to go for the guy with not a lot of...
All the rich guys are always the worst, but make it different. Make it more interesting. The rich guy's awesome.
And you know, and the thing is that they're not really selling it in the trailer. Because in the trailer, for those that have not watched it, that's okay, because everyone should. Yeah. She is a matchmaker. She's great at her job. And then she's like, she meets Pedro Pascal, who, like, knows everything about her, kind of like gets the jump on her where normally she does all the work, but then like he like knows a lot about her. So he like is really charming, blah blah blah. I mean, which sure he could be evil, and then we could just play into how the normal movies are. Yeah, whatever. But so he's that way. Then they like go on dates, blah blah blah, yada yada. And then Chris Evans is like, "Are you gonna marry him?" And she's like, "I don't know." And Chris Evans is like, he doesn't have a roommate. And then they flash to Chris Evans' house, and he has like a roommate and a dirty house. Okay. And then Pedro Pascal, they're like together in his house, and she's like, "How much was this house?" And he's like, $12 million. And I just think to myself, they're not selling this. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. You know what we need to do is when this movie comes out, we need to see it. And then we need to have Alessandra from Matchmakers in the City back on. And we need to talk about it. Because this is perfect. So it's called The Materialist, you guys. And it comes out in June. And The Materialist, I don't know. here's my thought. Could it be like materialism? Like, could it be making fun of how people shouldn't be materialists and how we should just vie for
Well,
love
then
and
we
how
have
she should
missed the
just,
point in the dream.
well, then I have missed it, right?
Consider me missed.
Call me American Eagle because
guys-
I have swooped above the point. Missed it.
It truly would take a billionaire to make Chanel forget about Chris Evans in a movie. Like, if you would have told me before this movie that there would be a love triangle and Chanel would be rooting not for Chris Evans, I would have said you were crazy. But then...
And I'm not really, I'm not a Pascalian. I'm not a Pascalian.
But Chanel does thrive to not work. You know, like, she aspires to it.
That is true. I do aspire to retire. I do not live to work.
No.
And if Pedro Pascal is not a meanie, which I'm hoping it's not one of those like classic whatever things.
Yeah.
But like, if he's not mean and she chooses Chris Evans, it's going to be The Notebook all over again, and I can't handle it.
The Notebook is the worst. You know what? I'm gonna say the worst movie, period. Not even the worst romance movie. It's not. It's such a bad movie.
Whoa.
I'll fight anybody. It's a bad movie.
Honestly, though, what she did to James Marsden, though, was criminal. Rewatch that movie.
Criminal.
And
we watched
it was actually like pretty
that
criminal.
Doesn't have like raging hormones, and it's a bad movie.
Yeah. It is a bad movie. She was like not a nice person to
she was
James
not
Marsden.
Nice. They had a toxic relationship. She got swept up in it. And it reinforced to all of us that we should like save the bad boy and that it's okay if someone yells at you. And like, what was that movie? I don't know.
Yeah. Remember the part everyone quotes where he's like, "What do you want?" And she's like, "I don't know." And he's like, "Tell me what you want." And all the girls are reposting like that clip, and they're like, "I'm sad. Yes, girl. Ooh, yes, love it. He can
like,
tell me what to do." And you're like, "Wait, I think we've missed the plot."
When people repost that clip, but it's like me when I don't know what I want for dinner.
Because that's true.
But
if a dude was ever like,
in real life,
tell me like, no, I'd be like, no, absolutely not. I'm out of here.
That's okay. You're not getting yelled at me.
Or my least favorite is like him swinging on the carousel or whatever, and then like almost
so crazy.
It's just that movie is just getting crazy.
And then he's like, "So say that you'll go out with me, or I'm gonna end my life." Like,
and then he goes down, and she's like, "Oh, he's so crazy."
Like, girl, no, you were just emotionally manipulated. It wasn't.
You know what I want? I would just love a man that's like, "Hey, I just got off work and I kind of busy this weekend because I got to do my taxes. And I don't know, maybe the craziest thing I did was bring my own food into a movie theater. You want to go out?"
Yeah, just like a regular guy. What I don't need, I think we should normalize a lack of thrill. We actually don't need to be that heightened all the time. Just like regular mid-range emotions is kind of where it's at.
It is kind of where it's at. So we'll see you guys June 13th. If the Materialists, have we gotten the plot or did it miss us? I don't know. All I know is that I did see that trailer and I was sat for it because as soon as I saw Chris Evans, I immediately pre-purchased my ticket and I will be there. So
so
we
it's
will
going to
see.
be the place to be.
It is going to be the place to be. Well, for our second to last story, because I just want to like boop a little bit about The Bachelor, because next week is the finale and we will be talking about that. But I do just want to boop a little bit. Let's do a Disney Channel bracket because this is very important. So,
okay,
Jasmine,
yeah, it's March Madness time. So people are talking basketball. What we want to talk is Disney Channel, as one does. ESPN, in probably one of their most brilliant marketing efforts of our time, is they posted a Disney Channel original series versus original movies bracket. And what we're going to do, which also we should put this in our Insta stories, if I didn't already, I don't know. But guys, it is, we're just going to do it. So we'll pop it into our Instagram so you guys can do it along with us. But I'm going to do it for Chanel right now. We can have some healthy debate about who should be winning. But okay, the first versus is That's So Raven versus Phineas and Ferb.
Oh, That's a Raven.
Okay. All right. We got Raven on top. All right. Wizards of Waverly Place versus Lizzie McGuire.
Lizzie McGuire.
Wow. Okay. I mean, that's more our era, our age, you know? So I think that's fair. That's very fair. Okay, ready?
Okay. Yeah.
I love that you're going just gut instinct. You're not thinking about it. Okay. Hannah Montana
I'm not even thinking.
versus Kim Possible. Now that one's hard.
I'm going Hannah.
Okay. I think that's very fair.
Yeah.
It spanned more of our lifespan. You know, like it impacted longer, you know?
I love Kim, but I'm going Hannah here.
I think that's fair. You have to do what you have to do. The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody or The Proud Family.
Oh, The Proud Family.
There it is. Okay. Okay, let's see. All right, over to the other side. Are you ready?
Yeah.
These are going to get more complicated, I feel.
Okay.
Because now we're getting into Disney Channel original movies.
Oh, Mike.
Are you ready?
Okay. Yeah.
High School Musical versus Jump In. It's already hard.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
The first High School Musical?
I know. It's Corbin versus Corbin. Yes. High School Musical one.
Okay. I'm going to say High School Musical.
There it is. Ooh, that was tough. That is the hardest we have
really
worked
today.
Yeah. Camp Rock or Cadet Kelly. This might be too hard.
Okay, I'm gonna say Cadet Kelly because the ending scene of One Girl Revolution does make it of the twirlies, the baton twirlies, kind of makes that movie.
I actually cannot believe Camp Rock got out in round one. Putting it against Cadet Kelly was kind of unfair.
That was kind of unfair.
Both iconic, but I stand by your decision. I respect it. We can.
Okay.
Chanel's keeping Cadet Kelly. Okay, ready? Next round. Halloween Town versus Lemonade Mouth.
Oh, Halloween Town. Lemonade Mouth was beyond my time. Yeah.
Same. And honestly, I watched it, and what is it doing on this bracket? Like, you telling me Smart House isn't on this bracket? And
Smart House is not on the bracket?
Mouth is? No.
Whoa, that's crazy.
No, that's crazy. Okay, Cheetah Girls or Luck of the Irish.
Oh my god.
I know. Not the gas.
Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me right now?
I'm not. And I know that's really hard.
Whoa,
that's really
dude.
hard.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
I'm just thinking of This Land Is Your Land.
Yeah.
Or singing that song to get that puppy out of the sewer.
I know. And to me, the Cheetah Girls, it's the trilogy. Like, it's hard to separate it. It's like, if there wasn't one, there would not have been two, or isn't there a third? And it's just, I wouldn't be who I am today if I hadn't seen it. But then again,
I'm going to say
Luck of the Irish taught me so much about culture.
It's actually really...
Would I be the accepting person I am today without Luck of the Irish? I just don't know.
Honestly, the guy though that
Luck of the Irish
Raven had a crush on. Oh my gosh! Wait,
Cheetah Girls.
The guy that Raven had, I had a big crush on him.
Doing the aerial flips in the street. There's so much there.
But wait, the Luck of the Irish guy was also cute. Wait, oh my god!
I know.
Wait.
I don't know if you can go wrong.
Oh my. Okay, I'm gonna say Cheetah.
Okay.
Dang. Wait.
She's gonna have to live with that for the rest of
No,
her
I'm
life.
gonna say Cheetah. Yeah, I'm gonna say
Yeah,
Cheetah.
yeah. Okay.
Dang, that's hard.
All
Ugh.
right. Okay, now we do the next round. So how brackets work, Chanel? You just did
Yeah.
those. Now your winners are going to play each other. Are you ready?
Oh my Lord.
So
Okay.
it's going to get more difficult because then you need to pick the championship. And then I'm
Lord.
going to tell you
Okay.
something really funny that someone said in one of the comments. Because
Okay.
I was living for these comments.
Yeah.
People were outraged that
Got it.
Xenon didn't make it into this at
Whoa.
all.
Xenon. I didn't
Actually
even know.
crazy,
Yeah.
right?
Whoa.
Actually
Yeah. Why did
crazy.
Lemonade Mouth make it over Xenon?
I know. It's actually
Mm.
nonsense. And then
You know what?
somebody
What didn't make it that movie with that kid that had diabetes, but everyone said he was a mermaid?
The 13th Year.
The 13th Year.
Such a good movie. Such a good movie. Somebody,
Mm.
my favorite comment was someone says, someone said like High School Musical versus Sweet Life, but then Zach like wins with a shot right at the end. It was like, it's like I'm living for how intense people are getting about this. Okay,
Honestly,
are you
yeah.
ready?
Yeah.
That's a Raven or Lizzie McGuire.
Oh no.
No, my childhood.
Oh no. Lizzie McGuire.
Okay, Lizzie it is.
Yeah.
That's fair. Hannah Montana or the Proud Family?
Oh my.
I know.
I'm gonna say Proud. Proud.
Okay.
Dang.
Dang, that one was hard. Okay, High School Musical, Cadet Kelly. I know what
High
it
School
is for
Musical.
me. Yep, same.
Yeah, I was like,
In my
we have
heart
to
of
go High
hearts.
School Musical.
In my heart
Yeah,
of
we have
hearts,
to go
let's
High
be
School
honest.
Musical.
What has shaped
Yeah.
us more? Halloween
Yeah.
Town, Cheetah Girls.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
I love Halloween Town.
I know.
Oh no. I just feel like I have to go Cheetah. It's more culturally impactful.
I agree, and I think Halloween Town is a season. Cheetah Girls is a lifestyle. You know,
That's
and that's
actually,
what it comes
yeah,
down
I could
to
watch Cheetah Girls I
every
could
day.
watch Halloween Town every day, but
Yep,
Cheetah Girls, I could, okay.
it
I
makes
have
more
to
sense.
say, I have to say Cheetah,
I
although
think that's
I'm nervous
fair.
about it.
Although that
Yeah.
was hard. That was hard. Okay,
Hmm.
we're down to the final four,
Oh
as
my
they say.
gosh.
Are you ready?
Wow. Yeah.
Lizzie McGuire, The Proud Family.
Oh my gosh. Lizzie.
Oh my
There
God,
it is.
Lizzie. I think it's
Jeez.
the fact that Lizzie, it's not just a show, it's the movie. There's so
Oh
much
my gosh.
connection there.
Did you literally just jump into my ear
No,
canal
but that
and
is what
walk through
is
my
that what you
brain?
were thinking?
Because I literally was like, it's not just a show, it's the movie.
It's
Like,
a
it's the
movie.
movie.
This
I
show
can't.
walked so the movie could run, and it
Oh my
means so
gosh.
much to us.
Although the Proud Family movie where Zoe had that dance battle with those peanuts.
No, that really is so out there, but why was it so good? And honestly, the Proud Family, it kind of unlocked core memories. Do you remember when the Disney Channel used to have the website where you could play games? And the Proud Family had like the most fun game. And so there is that. But you stuck with Lizzie, and let's commit.
Yeah, I'm
Are you
going
ready
Lizzie.
for another hard one? High School
Hmm.
Musical or the Cheetah Girls?
I'm going I don't know. I'm gonna have to white flag it. Do I have to choose one? That's hard, dude. That's hard. Wait,
No, why is it so
Cheetah,
hard? Cheetah
Cheetah
Girls?
or high school? Cheetah or high
Mhm.
school? Wait. Oh my
Think about
gosh,
young
wait.
Chanel. Like, what would she want you to choose? What would
I
make
know.
her
Young
happy?
Chanel was having sleepovers just to watch High School Musical. Wait.
Young Chanel thought Zac Efron was the beginning and
It,
the end. You know?
I will say I'm gonna say Cheetah. I'm gonna say Cheetah. I'm
That's
gonna
a
say Cheetah.
so shocking.
I'm really going to say Cheetah because I think to myself how much of a crush I had on that guy that Raven liked in that movie. And I'm really sad that that didn't pan out. They should have kept rolling with
I know
that.
you're really right. And honestly, the Cheetah Girls was a movement.
Yeah, it really was.
Me and my neighbors used to dress up as the Cheetah Girl. Like, it was a thing. But
yeah.
so was
High School Musical did also change the game. Yeah. I don't see
if this outweighs your decision at all,
yeah.
today, all day, Joy was like, I want to watch High School Musical. I want to watch High School Musical. I showed it to them like 3 weeks ago for the first time, and it is her favorite film. And she begged all day. And then finally, at the end of the day, I was like, we can watch High School Musical. And she was just really feeling herself. She loves that movie. She was dancing. She's trying to learn the moves. Tomorrow night, we're going to watch High School Musical 2 for the first time. If you want to hop on the FaceTime, we're gonna watch it live all together.
Yeah.
Because they were like, we want to watch it, and my sister Juliana was like, they can't watch it without me. Like, I need to be part of that. It's such a good movie. And I was like, that's really fair. So we're gonna FaceTime. So I'll add you in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You just have to pass it on to the next generation.
Wow.
So we'll be viewing.
That's like so crazy. That was extremely hard, but thank you for doing that.
I'm really proud of you. We're not done because it is the final 2. You need to choose your number 1, and it is Lizzie McGuire or the Cheetah Girls. I'm sorry to do that to you. Now, remember, we're talking about the Lizzie McGuire show, but it all kind of goes together. So, like, Lizzie McGuire show, Cheetah Girls, the movie.
I'm going to go Lizzie.
Lizzie all the way.
I'm going to go Lizzie. And you know why I'm going to go Lizzie? Because the first thing that came to mind was the Lizzie McGuire episode where, rest in peace, where she gets a kiss from Aaron Carter underneath the mistletoe.
Wait. How does that song go? And now I'm singing Xenon because I was just stuck in it.
Now you're singing Xenon.
I want candy.
Yeah. And when he's like, Merry Christmas, Lizzie McGuire, I literally lost my mind. Lizzie. I vote Lizzie.
Forever. It's coming up, Lizzie. And
why does my stomach hurt? That was hard.
No, but like, we love her.
Yeah. Wow.
That was really stressful. That was one of the harder things I've ever asked you to do, and I won't ask you to do it again. That
was really hard to choose those things because I feel like I know those people personally, but I'm just trying to think about all those nights I stayed up to like watch Lizzie McGuire as she got older, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I remember them advertising. Yeah, like I remember them advertising when Lizzie got her first boyfriend. Like I remember them advertising the Lizzie McGuire movie. My dad took us to the theater and we sat like front row. Like it was just a moment. I didn't have that kind of pop in circumstance for Cheetah Girls. So maybe I would feel differently, but like just Lizzie was a moment. And you know the crazy thing is it was only 2 seasons.
No, that actually is crazy to me because I feel like I watched it for centuries.
Right? But time felt slower then because like there was no Netflix, there was no Hulu. Like we had to watch
1 week at a time.
1 week at a time after school.
We were watching reruns.
Maybe after school on Disney Channel, which also I heard doesn't exist anymore.
I don't think the actual Disney Channel exists, right?
There's a lot of mourning today.
No, because how would I know?
I saw somewhere that Disney Channel doesn't exist anymore. Wait.
Yeah, like I don't watch live television, which I mean, you and I both agree should just come back.
Okay, it still exists, but not in some parts of Europe.
Well,
but in the United States, we still got it. We got Disney Junior and Disney XD.
We still got it. But are they even releasing any good content?
No, not anymore. So
it's
you
not
guys
the golden age anymore.
Yeah, so that was really something. The last thing that I have to say is that just to wrap it up, this last episode of The Bachelor was pretty cray.
It was pretty crazy. Exactly happened as we predicted. So you don't really need to watch. You just need to come here and listen to our predictions.
I'm going to give you my kind of 4 base notes.
Tell me.
Zoe went home. We all know that. We all knew that she was going to go home.
It was she could have gone home last week. Like they shouldn't have made her do this. She knew, we knew, everybody knew.
Letitia is extremely mature. And
extremely mature.
And she stated that and has shown that she's extremely mature. Yep. She sticks to her guns. And I don't think that Grant was prepared for how mature she is.
I don't think so. Yeah.
I think he was meeting her with a, okay, I love you. When she was so mature, I think the only thing he had to say was, I love you.
Because I think he's honestly confused by her.
I honestly don't think he has major plans like she does.
Yep.
And I circle back again because I told my mom this. I said, when I watch this show and this guy keeps saying he wants a wife, he wants a mom, he wants a wife, he wants a mom. I said, does this guy like anything? Does he want like anything else? Like because he should be doing backflips, running through fountains, kissing babies. So happy that this woman is like, Letitia is like, my main goal in life is to be like, my number one is to be a wife and a mom. And the fact that she's like, hey, I'm on a timeline of like kind of 2 years.
Yeah,
because I'm 31 and I'm going to like statistically, I will be a geriatric pregnancy if I wait after 33. And the fact that this man was not like leaping over himself, hearing that he could be a husband and a father tomorrow makes me trust my instincts, because I knew that that guy was just saying that and that he does want a wife and kids, but like he was trying to write a check that he could not cash. He kept saying blah blah blah, wife and mother, wife and mother, wife and mother, and then as soon as she said okay, sure,
but I think that
you want to check, let's mate.
That Juliana also said that, but with a slower timeline, which is what he had said he wanted. Like he said, I want to be a husband, I want to be a father, but I want time with my wife first. And she said, I want kids, but I want time for us to travel. I want time for us to whatever. And then I want to have kids. And so now he's like, do I go with a more aggressive timeline? Do I not? And I think he just doesn't know.
But he said,
I don't think he expected them to like him as much as they do. Like, I don't know what he was expecting. Yeah. But he seems very shocked that it got to this point.
He does seem like, very shocked.
I'm a little confused. I know that it's always like the people that are along for the ride. And I do think like that, what's her face, Juliana said this very well. She was like, everybody's like, you know what you're getting yourself into. And you do. She's like, but nothing prepares you emotionally for this. Mentally, I'm like, I knew I was getting myself into this. But emotionally, which I did appreciate, she actually like processed that and addressed head on the like, everybody,
it's hard.
You know, I'm like, I should know what I was getting myself into, but it's really hard. Something interesting, which is really annoying to me, is they did the whole like the person sits down with you, you know, like somebody from the past.
Oh, Bachelor, I know exactly.
Sits down with you. Yep. I just think they gave it away. They gave it away last time. Remember, like as soon as Daisy sat down with the people, we were like, oh, Daisy sat down with the number 2, Kelsey sat down with the number 1. That's it. And like, did they not just do the same thing? Because Latia sat down with Katie, who won Zach's season. Then what's her face Zoe sat down with Rachel, who went home 3 out of 2 on Joey's season. And then Daisy, who went home second out of 1, talked to Juliana. I'm like, you guys better not have, which either means that's what's going to happen, that Latia is going to be engaged and Juliana is going to go home, or that they're trying to flip the script on us. But I just think they didn't even think that far ahead. And I just don't know.
I mean, I knew that Zoe was going home because we all knew that.
Yeah.
At this point, I do feel like Latia is the option that guarantees that he will get the life that he has been asking for since the beginning of the show. Immediately he will get that life. Yep. Juliana, I feel like they're just fun. I feel like they're fun. I feel like he said, I'm falling for you. I feel like it's kind of like, okay, they're fun. They'll date. You know, I feel like she has a lot. Yeah, she has a
Now,
lot to
the
work on.
interesting
She's
thing,
constantly seeming enamored that he's a nice man. I think she
yeah,
needs to kind of pump up a little bit of her expectations
she
because
needs
she's
more.
constantly
Yeah.
like, he's a nice man. He's a nice man. He's so nice. He's so nice. And I'm like, girl, I get that and I love that. And I know she's been hurt, but I almost
Mhm.
want to be like, girl, also, you deserve
But
someone that
are
is
there
not
any
just
other things
nice.
that you want?
But are there
Yeah.
many other things? Because the
Mhm,
fact that
mhm,
this man is just seemingly just committing to her right now
mhm.
is flabbergasting to her. And I just
Yeah,
wish she wanted more for herself, just a twinge. So I don't
it's
know.
really
One
fair.
seems like the harder road.
I know. The interesting thing is, like, when she opened up to him about how in her past relationship, her significant other was unfaithful and was like sharing that, he was like really weeping with her and
Oh,
like
yeah.
really crying with her. And he
Mm,
said, he was like, somebody just like really messed up letting you go. And then he also was like, you don't always have to be perfect. And on the days that you don't feel beautiful, I'm going to remind you that you're beautiful. And was saying all these things that after their date, I was like, why are we still here? Like, this is it. You know,
mm-hmm,
like, this is kind of silly. He's like giving her all this reassurance that we would be like, okay, that's what you give to someone you really love. But then he goes and on the date with Latia, and he even said afterwards, I shouldn't have said I love you.
mm-hmm,
Like on camera, he said that because like there's someone else I feel the same for, which is
mm-hmm,
fair. And in the moment, I was like, why is he saying this? But I think he really got swept away. I think Latia really surprises him the way that she's so committed to herself and is able to speak
mm-hmm,
clearly about what she wants. And she's not swept up in him. Like, even though he's great and she'll acknowledge he's great, she's still very like, nope, these are my boundaries. This is my whatever. And so that's that. And I
yep.
think he's very attracted to how direct she is. So I don't know.
Mm. I don't know. My red flag dingers are going off again. Whereas like a man is attracted to a woman in what is it? Hypothetically, they're
Mhm,
attracted to
mhm, mhm.
women that have it all together, that are strong, assertive, say what they mean what they say. But what they really want is kind of a woman that says on national TV that she's broken, that she's kind of been through
Yep.
it, that she can be fixed, that she doesn't really have a high self esteem right now. Like, that's kind of the more vibe that they will
Yeah.
choose.
Well,
And
I do
so
think
that's where I'm
too.
leaning.
Yes, and I don't know that it's necessarily I don't think Grant's the best person in the world. He's definitely no Joey. I don't think
And I
he's
think
like
that's I feel
anyone.
bad for him.
I do
I feel
feel
bad
bad.
for him like
I
every
don't think
single
he's the
day.
best
But yeah.
person in the world, but I also do not buy into the narrative that he's not a good guy. I do
Oh,
think he
absolutely.
is a good guy.
Yeah.
And I
Hmm.
do think that he does have kind of a savior complex. I think like he's a child
Yes.
of a
Yes.
addicted father. He's a
Yep.
child who was probably parentified at a very young age. He very much likes to help people, take care of people. I peg him as like the friend who's very like swooping in to kind of save people at the last minute, trying to be helpful. And
Hmm.
he gets a lot of gratification from that. So I do think with Juliana, he feels very important. I think
Hmm.
she kind of needs him emotionally in a way. I think she's been kind of a slow burn to open up to, and he's had to like pursue her a little bit more. Whereas
Hmm.
Latia, I think, has just kind of always been very open, very honest about where she's at, very upfront. And I think there's something really good about that for him. But I don't
Hmm.
think he has the like, I'm like pursuing you, saving you, helping you
With
feeling that
Latia.
he's getting from Juliana. And so I think that might
Wow.
be part of why he's so like emotionally confused.
Wow. And honestly, I think you got it. Nail on the head
Thank you.
because hammer on the nail. I don't know what the expression is.
You hit the nail on the head. That's it.
You hit the
Yeah.
nail on the head because that's it. I think that he can't really save Latia because she's good.
He's fine.
I
Yeah.
think if he says to Latia next week, hey, I just feel like you want more and I can't be that guy. Or I don't know, he's
Yeah.
going to be like, you're an amazing woman and you deserve
I'm
something.
just not ready for
Yeah, and
everything you are or whatever. Yeah.
she's going to be like, yeah, okay. And she's going to cry a little bit, but then she's going to be like, all right.
Yeah.
And I feel like Juliana, I feel like he can be that guy that she wants.
Yep.
And that would be the challenge. He can be the guy that Juliana wants right now today.
Yes.
I
He's
don't
already
know
done
if
it.
he can be the guy that Latia wants
Yes.
right now today. I think that would
Yeah.
take like a ton of work. And the question is,
I agree.
would
Is
he
he ready to
choose a
put in that
life right now that is pretty futuristic? Like
work? Yep.
Latia's like, hey, I want this, this, this. I want to get married. I want to have kids. I would
Mm-hmm.
move, but like we could figure it out.
Yeah. But she
Blah, blah,
wants like
blah.
decision, like she wants
Yeah.
conversation, serious conversation.
Yeah. She's like,
Yes.
let's. Da,
And we
da, da,
also don't
da.
know behind closed doors if they talked about how they would raise their children. She's
True.
Mormon, he's Christian. Like we don't know what that went like. I think for him a lot is going to have to do with how his family reacts to the people. So I'm very curious to see what happens next week.
So
I'm
final choice. Who do we think
is going to win? I really don't know. And he really doesn't know. Did you see those clips?
Yeah.
He's stressed.
Also, the intro to the end, which was "Welcome to my demise." Honestly,
yeah, he was like, honestly, so stay tuned for my demise. That should be every Bachelor finale.
Stay
That is your
tuned
demise.
for my
That made
demise.
me laugh so hard.
That did me as well. I do think that
What do you
it
think?
is going to be Juliana.
Yeah.
So we'll
Okay,
see.
well then for argument's sake, I'll say Latia. I really don't know. And honestly, watching him in Juliana, I do feel like, actually, I really don't think I can say I think it's gonna be Latia. The thing that he really loves adventure and loves someone that's adventurous. And I think him and Juliana are like personality-wise, they're gonna have so much fun. They're gonna have this like adventurous, beautiful life, whatever. Do I think they'll be together forever? I really don't know. Him and Latia, I think she is stubborn, determined. They would be together forever, but it would not be the life he envisioned for himself. And I think that's typical,
word.
you know?
Because as soon as she, which I do admire that she kind of pushed through the ziplining date they went on.
Yep.
But
She did.
when they interviewed her and kind of like the side little breakout, and she was like, I don't really love adventure.
Yeah, I don't like
That's like
adventure. And then he, right before that, was like, I just want to see her adventurous side today. I feel like I haven't seen that. And she'd be like, there is not an adventurous side.
I don't love that.
Yeah. So that was kind of, it's like, you guys have different ideas of what's fun in life, you know?
Which could be interesting.
Could
So
be
we'll
interesting.
see, you guys.
Stay tuned for his demise.
Stay tuned. Because at the end of the day, his demise might be a little bit depressing. But at least
we are not.
At least we're not.
At least
We
we're
love
not.
you guys. We'll see you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye. Mwah.